the young, and the restless spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a crazy day in the soap world, and honestly, we have so much to unpack about the absolute madness happening in Genoa City right now. Grab a coffee and settle in, because things are getting intense and we need to talk about it. So let's just dive right into this massive mess because my head is spinning, and honestly, I don't even know where to begin with Phyllis Summers right now. Let's be real. She is completely spiraling out of control. A few episodes ago, we saw her totally crumbling under the weight of that AI evidence that Victor and Christine threw at her. She is backed into a corner. Michael Baldwin warned her. Lauren warned her. But does Phyllis listen? No, never. She just isolates herself and goes feral. And now she has found herself tangled up in this absolutely insane situation with Matt Clark. And we all knew Matt was faking his amnesia, right? Who actually believes this is going to end well. Like the guy shows up, gets into a bloody fist fight with Noah Newman, and then suddenly claims he doesn't know his own name. Please, the fans on social media have been calling this out since day one. Matt is a calculating psychopath. He poisoned Nick with fentanyl and cocaine, left him for dead in a Vegas storage room, and now he is parading around Genoa City pretending he is some innocent blank slate. It is ridiculous. But his real goal, he wants to get close to Phyllis to ultimately gain Victor Newman's trust. But here is the thing. Matt thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. He thinks he can just play Phyllis like a fiddle. But Phyllis is not an idiot. Well, okay, she is making idiotic choices right now because of the DA charges and Christine breathing down her neck, but she still has her basic survival instincts. She recognized Matt almost immediately. And instead of calling the cops or running the other way, what does she do? She decides to use him. She just sees Matt as a literal piece of meat, a pawn, a bargaining chip to trade to Victor so she can get out of this AI trap. She is so desperate for redemption and to save Summers Corp that she is willing to do whatever it takes. And I mean, whatever it takes. She is literally willing to kill him. Yes, kill him. Phyllis Summers has decided that Matt Clark's life is completely expendable if it means she can get Victor off her back. It is so dark, but it fits the show's usual style for her when she gets this desperate. So Matt is playing Phyllis, and Phyllis is playing Matt. It is a toxic game of chess. But then, out of nowhere, the ultimate wild card enters the chat. Patty Williams. Patty. Yes, the same Patty who is currently being manipulated by Jack Abbott in his own ridiculous revenge plot against Victor. Jack is playing a very dangerous game by messing with Patty's head, especially since she is still so obsessed with him. But Patty is not entirely clueless. She might be unhinged, but she is highly observant. She knows exactly what Matt is doing. She knows he is faking the amnesia. And more importantly, she knows exactly what Phyllis is planning to do to him. And why would Patty care? Why would Patty step in? Well, think about the history here. Patty hates Phyllis. We all remember years ago when Patty poisoned Summer Newman. There is zero love lost between these two women. So Patty sees Matt trying to play Phyllis, and she sees Phyllis getting ready to throw Matt under the bus or literally kill him, and Patty decides to stir the pot, because of course she does. So Patty pulls Matt aside, and she warns him. She tells him to wake up. She says, "Stay alert. Do not trust Phyllis. She is using you," just like that. Patty drops the bomb, and you guys The look on Matt's face when he realizes he is the one being played, it is chilling. Matt's entire ego is built on the fact that he is the puppet master. He tortured Nick. He manipulated Adam. He thought he had Genoa City in the palm of his hand. And to find out that Phyllis, who is currently a walking disaster, is actually plotting to use him and discard him, he is furious. Just furious. He reevaluates everything in that moment. He realizes that all his careful planning to get to Victor through Phyllis is a joke, because Phyllis is already steps ahead of him, ready to sacrifice him to the wolves. The anger just boils over. Matt is not a rational guy. He does not sit back and plot a corporate takeover. He gets violent. We saw what he did to Sharon and Noah. We saw what he did to Nick. So he goes to Phyllis's house. He just snaps. He walks right into her house, and the tension is just suffocating. You can feel it through the screen. Phyllis is probably standing there in her living room, thinking about her fake AI emails, thinking about Michael yelling at her at the GCAC, thinking she finally has a plan to beat Victor. And then Matt is there, and he is not playing the lost amnesiac victim anymore. He lunges at her. He literally grabs her by the throat. He starts choking her right there in her own home. It is terrifying. Short punches of pure panic. He is squeezing her neck, and he is screaming at her. Why are you using me? Why are you framing me? He is just losing his mind. He is so angry that he was reduced to a pawn in her little game. Phyllis is completely hoarse, gasping for air. She is terrified, and genuinely terrified. We are so used to seeing Phyllis as this fierce, untouchable force of nature who yells at portraits and refuses to surrender. But in this moment, she is just a woman being choked by a known killer. She is helpless. Her eyes are wide. She is clawing at his hands, trying to breathe. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Phyllis for getting herself into this. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. She brought this psychopath into her orbit, thinking she could control him, but you cannot control a rabid dog. And Matt is rabid. He is squeezing the life out of her, demanding answers, demanding to know why she thought she could play him. What is going through Phyllis's head right now? She probably thought she was so clever. She probably thought she could just hand him over to Victor on a silver platter. Here is the man who poisoned your son, Victor. Now drop the charges against me. It was a desperate, sloppy plan. And now it is backfiring in the most violent way possible. And where is everyone else while this is happening? Michael is probably off worrying about Lauren. Christine is probably drafting up more legal documents to throw Phyllis in prison. Victor is just sitting back in his leather chair, completely unaware that his two enemies are literally destroying each other. Or maybe Victor does know. Maybe Victor planned this somehow. Honestly, with the writers lately, anything is possible. But right now, the immediate danger is Matt. Will he actually kill Phyllis? Let's be real for a second. They are not going to kill off Phyllis Summers. She is too iconic. She is a legacy character. But the stakes in this scene are so incredibly high. Matt has nothing to lose. He is already facing charges for what he did in Vegas. He is already a wanted man. If he kills Phyllis, he just adds another body to his count. And think about the trauma this is going to cause. Phyllis is already on the edge of a total psychological breakdown because of the Summers Corp situation, this physical attack, this near-death experience, it is going to break her, or it is going to make her more feral. I honestly don't know which is worse. And we have to give some credit to Patty Williams here. Patty orchestrated this entire violent confrontation just by whispering a few words into Matt's ear. Jack thinks he is manipulating Patty to get to Victor, but Patty is out here playing 4D chess, taking down Phyllis by proxy. It is wild. Sometimes I think the writers forget how dangerous Patty can be, but then they pull something like this, and it is just brilliant. So what happens next? Does someone walk in and save Phyllis? Does Daniel or Summer show up at the worst possible time? Or does Phyllis manage to grab something and hit Matt over the head? She is a survivor. She always survives. But this is going to leave a mark. I am just exhausted watching this show sometimes, you guys. The constant back and forth, the scheming, the violence. It is a lot. But I can't look away. I really can't. We will have to wait and see how Phyllis gets out of this chokehold. But one thing is for sure. Matt Clark's fake amnesia storyline is officially over, and the gloves are completely off. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you feel bad for Phyllis, or did she bring this on herself?